A father facing homicide and child abuse charges after his 9-year-old was found dead in Picture Rocks.
Deputies also say the house was filled with empty beer cans and water jugs with what seems to be urine, soiled diapers, rotten foods, and piles of trash near the couch where the boy's body was found. They also say there were venomous spiders, like black widows, inside the house. When deputies found the boy's body, they say he was decomposing.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Hope your day's going pretty good. My day's going pretty good. Got a story for y'all today coming out of Picture Rocks, Arizona. And shout out to everybody in Picture Rocks, Arizona. Let's get into the story. This here is 38-year-old Joseph Anderson. Now, what this man did was horrible to a 9-year-old child, his 9-year-old son at that. But before I get more deep into the story, let me read a little bit of something from the news for you real quick. An Arizona man is under arrest and facing felony neglect, homicide, and child abuse charges after his 9-year-old son's decomposed remains were found Sunday on a couch at a Picture Rocks home filled with garbage, soiled diapers, 1-gallon bottles of urine, and even brown recluse and black widow spiders, according to court documents. First of all, I want to send my deepest condolences out to the family and the friends and anyone who loved this young 9-year-old child. I want to send my deepest condolences out. Because what this father here did, he's not a father. He's not even a man for even doing this. I don't know what to call him. But for this man to leave his son's body inside this house like this, like he did, it's very shameful, very sad. And as you seen in the video, the neighbor said that he seen the father one time and he only talked to him one time at night. And also, the neighbor's daughter said that they seen him outside, talking about the young boy, seen the young boy outside. Looks like he had no parents around with a flashlight.
With they only being across the street, it makes you second think what safety it really is.
Neighbor Michael Thomas says he only talked with the boy's father once.
The one time I did talk to him, he was very short. We only saw him at nighttime.
His daughter Arabella saw the 9-year-old son twice, once outside with a flashlight by himself at night.
It looked like he snuck out and there was no parent.
No telling what that young man was doing. Probably trying to find some food or trying to find somewhere to urinate. Ain't no telling. Because the filth that this young man lived in is not good for not one human being to ever be laying in, especially for a child. And it stated that the father left the house on July the 12th and did not come back until July the 14th. Left that young man sitting inside that house.
The complaint says Anderson left his house without his son on July 12th and didn't come back until the 14th.
Now that young man probably was already dying before he did that. How sad and how trashy of a father is this? How in the world do he let his 9-year-old child die like this? Now, when he got back on the 14th, the deputies then came. And when they came inside that house, they found trash. I mean, straight garbage in there. Not just garbage, but they found empty beer cans, water bottles, water jugs full of urine, black widow spiders, and brown recluse spiders also. Now, a black widow spider and a brown recluse spider, once they bite you, they can cause a lot of damage. Now, think about it. This young 9-year-old sitting in a couch upright. They found his body inside this house, sitting upright in the couch, just sitting there. Trash all around. They said trash was by him. Spider webs all on the wall from these black widow spiders and brown recluse spiders. Boy getting bit up. The boy starving. And he's being infected from all this trash around him. So you mean to tell me this father, or this dad, or whatever you want to call him, he could go buy beer, leave rotten food sitting around, but couldn't have a safe, clean environment for his son? Now, I don't know what was going on with the mother. Don't know if she was in the picture or not. It don't even matter at this point. We talking about the father. Because it had to been, the mother may have been trash. But it seems like the young man was in the father's custody. So the father is straight garbage, straight trash. And also living in trash. And he stated in the affidavit he was going to get his son some help. So he went, and when he came back home, he went outside to go crank his truck up. Came back in the house, checked the young man's pulse. The boy was limp, and he was shuddering.
He planned on taking his son to get medically checked out, but when he went outside to start his car and came back in, he says his son was shuddering and going limp. And after that, he could not find a pulse, and he wasn't breathing.
So the boy's body was already limp. He was already dying anyway. So it had to been in between that point when he left between July the 12th and the 14th. Because when the police got there, the boy's body was already gone. The boy's soul was already gone from his body. And once they got there, they found the boy's body sitting inside of the chair, decomposed. So the boy's body was already rotting out anyway. Just sitting there rotting out. The boy was rotted out so bad that he was only 41 pounds. At 9 years old, 41 pounds. And they say his height was 4'5". Sad. Straight shame. And then he's being charged with neglect, homicide, and child abuse. They should give this father here, or this man, I'm sorry to keep saying father, because that's what I read. But this dude here, man, give him life. Give him life without parole. Just sitting here thinking about it. Why even have a child in this type of environment? There's so many parents around here that are straight trash. This parent here was selfish. Only thing he cared about was himself. Look, the parent's still alive. He ain't bit up by no spiders. He ain't sitting there in a chair decomposed. He can even go out and go get himself some beer. Taking care of himself while the child sitting at the house, suffering, getting bit up by spiders. Have to pee in jugs, rotten food around him, trash. What in the world is wrong with some of these parents around here? You got parents that will go out and buy themselves clothes, go out to the club. They hanging out on the weekend, child sitting at the house. They trying to find somebody to watch their children. I'm not talking about the responsible parents that just need a break from the children and leave their children with somebody responsible just so they're going to have a good time. I'm not talking about them type of parents. I'm talking about the type of parents that don't care anything about no children, none whatsoever. Don't even care. And for this guy here supposed to be father to let his son down at 9 years old, this dude need to do life without parole. Matter of fact, give him the death penalty. Throw it to him. Lock him up, throw away the key. Because this man knew exactly what was going on. How many times do we got to hear about stories like this? Whether it's done like this, or whether it's a parent taking a child's life because of their selfishness, because they fed up and can't even handle life. Did nobody tell you to go have 6 or 7 kids? Did nobody go tell you to go have children by all these different dudes, all these different women that don't care anything about you? You're doing it to yourself. Take care of your responsibilities. Now, I don't know if this young man's mother was involved in his life or not. Don't know, but it don't even matter, like I said. She had to been trash too. How in the world did he wind up with the custody of this son? How? But I'm so puzzled when I think about this. It really makes me upset. Especially when a son needs his father. At 9 years old, this boy is still a baby, man. Still a baby at the house watching itself. Neighbors saying that they seen the young man outside with a flashlight. That little boy could have been looking for some food or something. This stuff like this is really heart touching because you expect for parents to be better parents than this. They don't look out for their children each and every day. You might be standing beside somebody that's neglecting their children. You might be down the street from somebody that's neglecting their children. Heck, it might be somebody in your family that's neglecting their children. They G'd up every day, nice shoes on, nice clothes, eating good, driving good. Child sitting at the house, living in a bag of trash. Don't even care to teach them anything. You got some parents out there that's doing all this stuff that I named. Child at the house, need help from this parent. Won't even count with this child. Won't even teach this child how to read, nothing. They expect for the school to teach this child every single thing. The school cannot teach your child everything. Some children may grasp on and catch it from the school, and some children may not because the parents ain't teaching them jack. Now, this man here, Joseph, wasn't teaching his child jack. This young man had to fend for himself, had to raise himself, had to figure it out for himself while his daddy running the streets. Only if somebody knew exactly what was going on inside that house, they could have called 911 or CPS to see what was going on, which they probably even knew. We live in a world now, don't snitch, mind your business. I ain't gonna say nothing. If you see something like this going on and you got some type of suspicion going on that a child is living in some filth like this, call the CPS. Call them. Because you can save a child's life just by calling the CPS and let them see what's going on. I'm not talking about being nosy and foolish, not on that type of stuff. But if you know something going on and you see it going on, try to figure out and get these children some help. Because children are living in bad environments now. Parents don't care. Look around you, look in the hood. You'll see a child outside in the yard, probably by themselves, parent not even watching them. They let you know them parents do not care. Leave a comment and let me know what y'all think about this. Do y'all think this father could have saved his son's life and he was just selfish? Or do you think there was no possibility at all for this young man's life to be saved? I believe that this young man's life could have been saved. He just had a bad father, a bad dad, a bad man in his life, a bad role model. Leave your comment. Let me know what y'all think about this. I would like to know your deepest thoughts. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all have a good one. Y'all have a blessed one. And remember, if you see something, say something. Call the child abuse hotline and get a child some help. Have a good one. Have a blessed one. Holla at you.